want you to show up more than you've ever shown up for me before, but this time for the new owner. I appreciate the last 7 years that you've given me, and I'm sure that 2.0 with the new owner will be bigger and better than ever. I love you again. Thank you so much for 7 years. It's my pleasure to be the new owner.
Welcome back. That is a triumphant moment for Pinky Cole, the founder of the plant-based restaurant chain empire known as Slutty Vegan. She built it from the storefront to a multi-million-dollar company with 14 stores in 5 cities. That moment, I don't know if you heard me screaming from my home, but I was like, wait a minute, the new owner, who's the new owner? And then I see you walk through those doors. You did not own your company for how many days?
43 days.
For 43 days.
43 days.
Those 43 days had to feel like a lifetime.
You know, for the first time in 7 years, I did nothing for 43 days. And I think it was time to really, really rest. So I started taking my kids to school, things that like I normally wouldn't get the opportunity to do because I'm always so busy. That's my baby.
Yes.
I started taking my kids to school. I went on a trip to Jamaica. I relaxed.
Which I find incredible because, you know, 43 days, in those 43 days, the company was in the ownership of who?
It was in the ownership of the assignee. Now, for the first 2 weeks, I was still in the stores, and nobody knew that I didn't own it. I just wanted to make sure that the stores were opening properly, that they had what they needed, and all of my friends were like, Pinky, you crazy. You don't even own the company no more. What are you doing?
Because that's like, a remarkable thing. I know how hard you work. I know
Yeah.
how hard you've worked to build the brand. Now, for 43 days, your company is in the hands of an assignee.
Yeah.
It's technically not owned by you.
No.
And you and Derek and y'all's beautiful blended family go on vacation. I think I would have been at the door like in nervous wreck. What had you learned through the near-death experience? What did you learn through losing that gave you this sense of calm for those 43 days?
Because at that time, I had already died and came back to life. You know what I'm saying? Like, by the time I lost the company, I had a sense of peace. And that peace was of surrender. And sometimes when life is so hard, you just gotta surrender and take your hands off the wheel. And I did that.
In those 43 days, you surrendered.
I surrendered. And not only did I surrender, and I hate to get preachy, but...
Well, this is a place if you're gonna do it, you can do it here.
All right, here we go. Okay. God was always walking with me, but I wasn't always walking with God. And in those 43 days, I met God. And this situation had to take me down to my knees so that I can meet God in a whole nother way. And I'm so grateful for that because now my testimony is showing the world how good God has been good to me. And it's my testimony.
You were able to come back and buy your company back with your own money.
Yes.
So you are now the owner of the company that you started.
I am the owner of the company. That's creative decision making. That is direction over what it is that I want to do. It is mine, it belongs to me. And I am showing every single entrepreneur out there because sometimes this industry gets really predatory, right? And I'm reclaiming what's mine and I'm happy about that.
Two of the people who've been there with you from the beginning, they've been crucial, you say, to the Slutty Vegan empire and its story, are with us. They are 2 employees, Angel and Taj. Come on out, Angel and Taj. Oh, Lord. Listen, y'all must be great at what you do. You get a walkout music so festive. You've been with the company for how long?
4 years.
4 years, both of you. Why are these two
She's
people?
been 7 years.
7 years, 4 years. This show is this notion that you can do it alone. You cannot do it alone.
No.
You have to do it, though, with the right people.
Yes.
And these have been the right people for you.
Yes. Day ones. There's nothing I can say. Listen, when the lights was getting cut off, they was right there in the trenches. Like, what we doing? Like, let's go. So I love y'all. And thank you so much. I said I wasn't gonna cry.
So I love that your trust is still high, right? Because somebody else going through this experience, you trust folks and they mismanage and they ruin what you've built. It could jade you. It could turn you hard. But it hasn't done that for you. It has, in fact, though, said, find the people who believe in you. What is it like to see her go? You've been there for a long time.
Resilience. That is something that a lot of people say that they have until they're faced with adversity.
Did you know she was this resilient?
Of course.
Yeah.
Even
on days she didn't know, because there were days she said she didn't know,
and
but
you know
knew.
what? It's okay. When you are in a moment of weakness, lean on somebody else. That can be strong for you.
Yes.
That's it. And
So
I'm grateful
now-
that she did that.
Yeah. So now you are here. You are now the owner of your brand now, and you have made this big decision as it relates to Taj and Angel. You now want to have them have 1% stake in the Slutty Vegan brand.
They didn't know that.
They didn't know this.
No.
Okay, wait. I just delivered the news to y'all.
Yeah.
You didn't know?
No.
Well, surprise, surprise. What does that mean for them to have a stake in this rebuild?
Well, first of all, I just want to say thank y'all. Because days when we could not pay the bills, y'all were there. And there's nobody else in the world that I want to take to the other side other than y'all. So I'm giving each of y'all 100% of equity, and that's a lot of equity in a $100 million brand, okay? But 1% of the company. And I just say thank you for just standing with me even in the hardest times, and we're just gonna build 2.0 bigger and better than ever, so. I love y'all.
I'm so proud of you, and I know that you've seen the community, the village that's rooting for you. The 2.0 version of this experience, what's the next season? What does that look like?
World domination. It is. It is new stores, new opportunities, new partnerships, proving people wrong, showing people that it gets greater later, and just really being a beacon and an example for entrepreneurs around the world that you can really stand tall even after a hiccup, and you can be bigger and better than ever. Yes.
Well, Angel and Taj, you must be great people. I'll tell you that. Congratulations on this journey. And we're going to do what Pinky does better than anything and anybody. Coming up, she's going to reveal her latest creation of Slutty Vegan 2.0. We're going to get to some food, y'all. We can't keep crying. We're going to rise up and eat with Pinky Cole. We'll be right back. Tune in every Tuesday to get exclusive deals on the things I'm obsessed with. The Tam Fam never pays full price. Go to shoptamfam.com now.